Joseph Jojo Diaz versus William Zepeda. Who do y'all think is gonna win this fight? Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing and please hit that like button. It helps out the video. It helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So this fight between Jojo Diaz and Zepeda is it's a very good fight. A very good fight between two top contenders right now in the lightweight division. It is scheduled for 12 rounds to take place on the 29th of October, October 29, 2022, to be shown live on the zone. So tune into the zone if you want to see this fight. Fight will be taking place over in San Diego, California, USA at the Pachanga Arena. Like I said earlier, this fight it's a fight between two top contenders right now, 135 pounds. To those who don't know who Jojo Diaz is, he's a 29-year-old fighter from California, 32-2, one draw, 15 wins, coming by way of knockout or TKO. Currently ranked number 7 by BoxRec, but he's up there in the rankings and by the sanctioning bodies. And he's coming off a tough loss against Devin Haney last year. In December of last year, and he hasn't fought since then. So it's been almost a year since he last fought. And yeah, he had a shot at the world title, even though it was still considered the email belt at that time. He had a shot at the world title against Devin Haney, and he lost. He lost, and here he is trying to rebound, trying to bounce back against an undefeated younger fighter in William Zepeda. Zepeda, to those who don't know who he is, he's a 26-year-old fighter from Mexico with a record of 26 wins, 0 losses, 23 wins coming by way of knockout or TKO. Very exciting fighter. Obviously, as you guys can tell, 23 out of his 26 wins are by way of knockout or TKO. So he tries to go out there and try to get those knockout wins. He's coming off a unanimous decision win against Rene Alvarado in a fight where he had one of the toughest fights in his career. Rene Alvarado ended up being a tough customer, and in the end, Zepeda got the win. But now he's going in there against the toughest fight of his career, on paper at least, against Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz, in my opinion, is a much better boxer, much better fighter than Rene Alvarado. The problem with Jojo Diaz is that he doesn't really have that much power. I know 15 out of his 32 wins are by way of knockout TKO, but most of those TKO knockout wins are from early on in his career. Whenever he fights a world-class level fighter with a world-class chin, yeah, he doesn't really hurt them that much. I mean, I was there live in person when he fought Gary Russell. When was that? 2018. Man, 4 years have passed. I was there live in person, and I see Diaz, landing landing some clean punches, but they weren't really bothering Gary Russell as much. I mean, Gary has known to have a decent chin, but still, those clean punches, man, like if if he had power, I'm sure Russell would have felt that, but it looked like he didn't. But anyway, fast forward 4 years later, in my opinion, Diaz is a much better fighter now. He's learned a lot over the years. He's gained more experience over the years, and he's definitely a much better boxer today. Now, when it comes to this fight against Zepeda, it's gonna be a close competitive fight. The way I see it playing out is it depends on how Diaz reacts to the punches of Zepeda and how Diaz applies the game plan. Depends on the game plan. Now, if Diaz goes into this fight exchanging with Zepeda, going toe-to-toe with him, in my opinion, Zepeda will win. But if Diaz uses his boxing skills and his ring generalship, his footwork, and box, because he does have good boxing skills, if Diaz just box a smart fight and doesn't get into those firefights, then I think Diaz will win by decision. By close decision. 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5. But it all depends on how Diaz fights in this fight. Now, if he decides to exchange with Zepeda, I think Zepeda will win those exchanges and most likely win those rounds. So, it all depends on Diaz. It's a 50-50 fight, but it all depends on Diaz. All depends on Diaz. Yeah, I think Zepeda has decent power, but at the same time, Diaz has a very good chin. So I don't really see Zepeda knocking him out, but I definitely see Zepeda winning those exchanges if Diaz decides to exchange with him. So this fight could go either way. If I have to lean towards one person, I don't know. My gut feeling is telling me Zepeda. but my mind is telling me Diaz, and I'm leaning more to my gut feeling. But we'll see. We will see. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times before. Anything is possible in the sport of boxing. Honestly, just looking forward to a great day of boxing on October 29. A lot of boxing going on around the world on different networks. This one will be on the Zone. There's a one on ESPN. There's gonna be there's a lot of fights going on October 29, and I'm looking forward to watching all of them. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening and watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.